Good morning, children. In the last class, we have learned the relation between sociology and history. Now, today you are going to learn about the relation between sociology and psychology. This is class 11. Psychology is the science of human experience and behavior. So, all of you know that it is the science of human experience and how you behave, that is the behavior, and to learn about human intelligence also, how much does your mind work, and mental abilities, how much you can apply your mind, his memory, and the order and disorder of one's mind. So it can be the order, and if there is any disorder, that is all coming under psychology. That study is coming under science of psychology. So psychology is the science of human experience, the behavior, you about to learn about intelligence, human intelligence, mental abilities, his memory, order and disorder of one's mind. Now let's see what sociology is. Sociology is, as you have learned, it studies about human interactions existing in the society. Then every mental reaction is an outcome of what the society makes and a person go through. Could be positive or negative reaction depending on one's experience. So your mental reaction is the outcome of how the society makes a person to go through. So you have been put to trouble, you must be put to happiness. So it can be positive or negative reaction depending on one's experience. So this is where the mental reaction takes place, and the outcome, it is the outcome of what the society makes you go through. Then social psychology deals with mental processes of man considered as a social being. So if you want to be a social being, you need to have social you need to learn about social psychology, that is, which deals about the mental process of man as a human being, social being. It studies particularly the influence of the group life on mental development of individuals. Uh, so, studies about the mental development of the individual, the effect of individual mind on the group. So, how your mind works on a particular group or any group, the effect of the individual's mind on the group, how you can work with the group, other group members, and the development of mental life of the groups within themselves. What type of mental life you have in that group, your family or your extended family, wherever, or your neighborhood or your school, college friends, and in their relation with one another. So social psychology basically it influences the group life on mental development of individual, the effect of individual mind on the group, and the development of the mental life of the groups within themselves. So whatever mental life that you have within the groups and their relations with one another. Sociology studies the various kinds of groups which compose the society. Sociology studies about the various groups which compose the society. Sociology is basically dealing with the various kinds of groups you are into in the family, the school, the college, or any other friend circle which composes the society. Social psychology has to depend on sociology. The social psychology is basically depending on sociology to understand properly about the human nature and behavior as it is. Sociology which provides the necessary material regarding the structure. So when sociology is basically giving the structure, the family, the community, the society, etc. And social psychology has to depend on this sociology to understand properly about the human nature and behavior, as it is sociology which provides the necessary material regarding the structure. Sociology will give you the information about the structure, organization, culture of the society to which individuals belong to. So sociology will give you all these materials related to your living or its social interaction. So which which society you are in, the organization you are in, the culture of the society to which the individuals belong. Social psychology is merely the study of individuals in interaction as members of groups and the effect of the interaction on them. Social psychology is the study of individuals in interaction as the members of groups and of the effect of that interaction on them. So social psychology deals about the interaction of the members of the group and the effect of that, what type of interaction you have and what effect that it can, what effect it can bring to the society. Sociology is the study of society as a whole. You talk about the society in whole. Sociology studies organization of social groups, their central values, various forms of institutional behavior arising on account of them. So these are the, just giving a comparison of what is sociology and psychology. Sociology, it studies the organization of social groups. Their central values, what are the values, norms, various forms of institutional behavior arising on account of them. And social psychology is concerned with the individuals. Social psychology is concerned with the individuals as the members of the group. Now differences, all these we were talking about the sociology and psychology. What are the similarities between these two discipline? Now let us see the difference between sociology and psychology. You can get questions either what are the similarities, what are the differences. So these are all very common questions. Now sociology, whatever you have learned before, studies societies and social system as a whole, encompasses and explores broad topic areas such as economics, consumerism, education, inequity, stratification or social change. So sociology, it includes, encompasses means it includes and explores broad topic areas. So society will function if there is economics, if there is consumerism, you can have to consume certain goods. Education, inequities, what are the differences? Stratification, what are the different division, or the social change, what are the changes that happens in the society. Now what is psychology? Psychology is the study of the mind. When you talk about psychology, it is the study of mind as well as the behavior of individuals or small groups. How you behave in the group or the group itself, how does that group behave? It encompasses and explores areas related to emotion. So when you are talking psychology, you are talking about the mindset of a human being, which is related to emotions, behavior such as intelligence, stress, memory, grief, mental health, addiction and trauma. These are the different areas which is been covered by psychology. So it encompasses and explores areas related to emotions, mindset of the human being. What are the emotions that comes about? Behavior such as intelligence, how intelligent you are, how you can face stress, what are the different types of stress, memory, grief, pain, mental health, and addiction and trauma. Now next, social science and sociology. So we have learned about sociology and history. We have learned about sociology and psychology. Now next discipline, that is economics. Sociology and economics are social sciences which have close relations. First of all, we will look into the similarities. So it has got close relationship between two is so close that one is often treated as the branch of other. So it is so close that it is like a branch of one, because society is greatly influenced by economic factors and economic processes are largely determined by the environment of the society. So it is often treated as a branch of the other because society is greatly influenced by economic factors. We can't function the society, we can't live without monetary benefits, that is influenced by economic factors. Economic processes are largely determined by the environment of the society. What type of society, what type of job you have, all these are influenced by the economic factors. Now, economic deals with economic activities of man and with production, consumption, and distribution of wealth. So these are the activities, economics that deals with the economic activities of man with production, consumption, and distribution of wealth. The economic factors play a vital role in every aspect of social life. So your social life is basically because of the economic factors. Total development of the individual depends on the economic factors. Without economic conditions, the study of society is impossible. So without economic factors, you cannot function. So it is basically, it is very much an important aspect or important factor of the society, the economic factors. Without economic conditions, the study of society is not possible. All the social problems are directly connected with economic conditions of the people. So any problems in the society is basically related with the economic condition of the people. Marshall defines economics as one side of the, on one side the study of wealth, and on the other an important side a part of study of man. So depending on the fact that how much wealth you have, what background you are from, so and on the other side, that is one side, and on the other side it is the important side, a part of the study of man. So you have two things on the same coin. Economics is influenced by sociology. Without the social background, the study of economics is quite impossible. So economics is influenced by sociology. Without social background, we cannot study economics. It's not possible. Sociologists have contributed to the study of different aspects of economic organization, property system. Sociologists have contributed to the study of different aspects of economic organization. So they have contributed to the study of these economic organization, property system, division of labor, occupation, etc. are all provided by the ecologists, sociologists to the economists. So sociologists basically they provide a lot of facts contributed to the different aspects of economic organization, that is the property system, how property has been divided among the family members, division of labor, how the labor it's been organized either because of the sex or which whether either female or male and who is paid more, occupation, etc. are all these informations are provided by the sociologists to the economics. The area of cooperation between sociology and economics is widening as economists are more making use of the sociological concepts in the study of economic progress. So when the economists study social economic problems, they need cooperation from the sociologists. The area of cooperation between sociology and economics is widening because as economists are more and more depending on using the sociological concepts in the study of economic problems. So they are very much dependent on economics are very much dependent on sociologists. Economists are working with the sociologists in their study of problems of economic development in underworld countries. Economists are working with the sociologists in their study of the problems of economic development and in underdeveloped countries. So these economists are working with the sociologists. They are working together, the economists and sociologists. So we have learned in the uh, we have learned that economics are more and more making use of the sociological concept in the study of economic problems. Economists are working with the sociologists in the study of problems of economic development in underdeveloped countries.